What's up, guys? Back yet with another video. Doing the same thing. Three records from my collection that dying to show you guys. Yeah, so it's gonna be really hard to keep track of like what records I've shown, what I haven't. I should have probably done some type of system or something online to do that, but it's like I'm already this far, so I'll just try my best not to repeat the same record, which I probably will, but it is what it is. So before I get to the records, I know I haven't made a YouTube video in a few weeks, and I keep saying I'm gonna be consistent, but I'm not going to get too personal with this, but I do like being, I don't want to say vulnerable, but genuine, authentic with who watches my videos. So a lot has been going on. I guess the bright side of all of it is I got sober, and I haven't been sober, there's a few substances I was doing, and, they're really bad for your body, mind, really bad for your bank account too. A lot of things happened in like a week span, and that basically made me say it's time to get sober. Can't gotta fix this fucking camera. There we go. But yeah, a lot of things happen in a really short span, and they're very impactful things that have happened. God damn it, hold on. I'm trying to keep that camera like this, but yeah, they're very impactful, and they definitely negatively affected my life. But with that being said, I got sober, and I probably have the most positive, confident, reassuring mindset I've had in probably half a decade, to be brutally honest. Like, I think it was 2021 that I last had a mindset like I've been the past few weeks. So on top of that, I definitely have some goals that when I think about the goals I want to do, I don't know what's up with this. When I think about the goals I'm going to do, I talk to myself in my head, and I say those goals past tense because it's reaffirming myself that I've already accomplished it. And, you know, I've already accomplished it. I've already done it, and tricking my mind and being a little delusional. So it's just a strategy I'm trying out, manifestation and all that. Not some hippie shit, I believe in manifestation, and thoughts are very powerful. You think what your reality is, or something along those lines. So yeah, I think I've been doing a really good job the past few weeks, and I do have some short-term goals that are kind of have a deadline, but like I said, past tense in my head, I've already done it. Either way, I know I'm gonna figure it out. I'm confident about it. So yeah, just a little brief overview of my life. I don't know why this camera isn't staying like that. Hopefully it stays, but yeah, just a brief overview. I'm not gonna get too into it, but just wanted to share that with you guys. So we'll get to the records. It's three Slavic bands, but I guess one of them is technically not Slavic. It's how you say Balkan, Balkan. I suck at pronouncing stuff, but I think some type of Slavic band. But regardless, whatever it's Balkan, Slavic, doesn't matter. All Eastern Europe bands. So first one, like I said, I'm just showing this for my collection. I'm not really no reviews or anything like that. Just showing it what I think of it, how it affected me, whatever the fuck. First band we're going over, Dark Fury, Slavonic Thunder. I believe this is their second to latest album. I think the first one's or the newest one's like First Shoot to Kill or some shit. That album, maybe I have to re-listen, but when I first listened to it, I didn't like the vocals. They seemed a little but maybe it's the production too. But I would give it another listen for sure. But Slavonic Thunder is a great fucking Slavic Polish black metal album. It's super heavy. It's not like other Polish bands where it's more raw, or more like, not that it's not heavy, but more raw and less on the like chunky guitars, and like the more like, it's more, I don't say it's guttural, but deeper vocals, not the expected black metal vocals. Not that other bands don't do it, but yeah, just not your stereotypical super high screeches, which works with the music, so I think Dark Fury is definitely just a fucking smashing Polish black metal band. Yeah, it's the first band I wanted to show you guys. And so I got this from Alex Galah, whatever, at the private show that I was at. And I remember I was looking through his records at a stand, and I got this. I saw Dark Fury. I'm like, oh, I have to get that. I've wanted that for a while. And I got the Argo Slit Marshall Barrage split. Pretty sure it was a 2019 split. He only had one of them, and I snapped that shit so quick. And I asked, hey, bro, can you sign it? And, he's like, oh, what, where do you want me to sign it? He's cool. He's a cool dude, none of that. But, yeah, it was a really good show. And, yeah, it was really cool. I found that split. I don't know if he had multiple copies or anything like that, but, Let's just say I got the last one at best. So yeah, Dark Fury. And one more thing. So right when I came home from that trip, I was spinning a record, and hold on. Yeah, so I was spinning a record, and um, I had the brush. Like, I had this brush right here, and I was about to, like, took the dust off, and I basically put it on backwards, and it did a gnarly ass scratch, and still plays fine, but that fucking annoyed me. But Dark Fury record still works. Anyway, we'll move on to the next LP. Yeah, someone was outside my door and kind of distracted me for a sec. So the next one is came out in late December. I'm sure you guys know where I'm going with this. It's probably became one of my favorite releases, just like that. And fix this shit. Probably became one of my releases in a heartbeat. It's one of my favorite bands in the past few years, but let's just say a lot is coming out with this band in a year, so I know you guys already know what I'm talking about. It is Aryan Art's new 10-inch, whatever, for Love and Light, I believe that's what it's translated from Bulgarian. 2 tracks, one of them's like 11-12 minutes, the other one's like 9 minutes, but fucking great, killer ass fucking black metal. You can it's definitely what where it definitely left off for the 2015 album again. And I heard this on the I didn't see this on the Black Bolt, but I heard about it, and allegedly they're recording a new album. I don't know how factual that is, but if they are, that's definitely something to look forward to. But on top of that, we got a CD box set getting released like 2 days, and also the vinyl box set later this year, that's my priority, and I'm gonna get it regardless. Like, I'm already confident in that. And like I said, past tense in my head, I already got it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but this EP is fucking killer. Super, I guess you could say emotional, but so as far as the title for Love and Light, I read something, Alex described it. Obviously I'm not gonna, maybe I could pull it up. Might take a few minutes. Anyway though, yeah, so yeah, it just explained the title of why it's called that. It made a little more sense. So I guess, at first the title kind of threw me off. Like, this is black metal for Love and Light. But there's some type of description that Alex explained that, made it make more sense. And it's not, some cheesy shit. White LP. Oh yeah, and I didn't know this was such a low amount of copies. I got 135 out of 300. So yeah, no, I didn't realize how less copies were. I just know everyone I have on Instagram got one. I guess that's where the majority went, saw Nuclear War Now get some, and I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Obviously, I already have one, but thought that was pretty cool. I mean, I've seen Nuclear War Now get some darker than black presses. I remember Thanksgiving sale 2023. For some reason, he loves doing Thanksgiving sales, but not Christmas. I don't know what it is behind that. Maybe it's a valid reason, but nonetheless, doing a Thanksgiving sale, and I saw all the Darker Than Black Bothana presses on the sale. It was demo 3 through 6. And when I tell you that shit sold out in a heartbeat, luckily I already thought ahead of time and got that, because that's just, one of my favorite bands. But yeah, I saw that on NWN. Like, the point is, they get a lot of, like, they'll randomly sometimes get, like, just really cool European stuff, or, like, wanted more, controversial black metal. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite releases of the year. It's just killer. It makes me that much more excited for the CD set, the vinyl set. As far as I know, it's not the whole disco, so I'm curious to what they're missing. I'm really hoping it's just like the first few demos. That's like, the worst, I think. I hope really it comes with, I think there were like 4 or 5 full lengths, all that, and maybe a couple of the splits. There's a split. There's one that has 1 song on it. I definitely want that, but also the split, it's a lengthy split. I don't remember the other band, but it's like a good like 50 minute split. It's like multiple songs from each band. I really just hope it comes with the full lengths in those two. Like, I will be a bit disappointed. And also, not sure if the vinyl set will come with more. I mean, you think the CDs can hold more, on each one. So I don't know. We'll see. I hope the vinyl at least comes with a lot. From what I saw about the CD box set, looks like it was 3 CDs, which, I mean, like, how are you going to fit even all the full lengths on that? Maybe I just didn't see it all the way, or maybe he just didn't show it. Who knows? But anyway, fucking Aryan Art, one of my favorite bands. All right, so we're getting to the last record now. This is the first Russian black metal band I ever heard, first Blaze Birthall record I ever heard. I'm sure I made a video on this. I probably did, now that I think of it. Like I said, a lot of you people who watch my videos do not pay attention to what I post. You might see a video of mine, then you forget. I mean, maybe you might remember slightly, but I don't have that headspace of, oh, I already posted this, everyone's gonna remember, it's just, it's just stupid, but anyway, first Russian Blaze Berthal overall release I heard, and this would be this Called record. And I forgot what the translation is, but this might be my favorite Called and Blaze Berthal record overall. But so the story behind this, like, yes, it may be a boot, just back and forth with that, but that's not the point. I'm just going to describe my first experience with it, and it wasn't the vinyl for the record. I was trying to quit a drug that, was legal in Florida, and that was super hard. I think I was on day 2, the beginning of day 2, and no, actually I did just get the vinyl, and I worked at this shitty smoke shop at the time, and I'd bring my record player there every day. Like, it was so slow. It was a failing smoke shop job. I'd be getting high, playing records. You think that'd be a cool job, and it was, but when you need more money, it's not a cool job. But glad I'm out of there. But I remember I was having withdrawals from this drug, and like I put this on, and the intro, I mean, I don't know how to say this shit, but Asko, Verg, whatever. That intro, like, having the withdrawals and with that ambient track combined, like, I was just ascending. Like, it was like it was like blocking my it was just blocking my withdrawals for that slightest second. And looking at pictures of, like, the vinyl, and like, I imagine Russian landscapes and like sadness, I don't know what's another word, just like sad, emotions, and depressive and all that. That's kind of what I thought of when I heard the ambient intro. And yeah, very much spoke to me, I guess. But I listened to the rest of the album. All the tracks are fucking great. I know there's a 10-minute track that's super good. There's 6 tracks overall, but that ambient intro, one of my favorite by Called Blaze Berthal, is the first one I heard, and like I really liked it. So I'll show you guys insert Cauldron right there. Cauldron. Got lyrics as if I can read it. Got pagan runes. Yeah, like I said, this might be my favorite Called record. There is some that come close to it. I forgot what that one is called. It's like some type of bird horse thing. It's like blue and red. You'll probably know what I'm talking about, but that one's fucking awesome too. They're all awesome, really. I still need to get the rest of them. They're all on Hells, so I'm not in a rush, but definitely plan on getting them eventually. We got a Translucent Red, which is pretty cool. It's got the album cover. Oh, got the album cover right there. Yeah, really cool stuff. Yeah, man, Called, that's just, I was late to Blaze Berthal, but then again, it's like, I was late to every fucking black metal band, like, I've heard of it over the years. I've been into it for like 6 years now, which, I think that's enough time to, explore a lot of new bands, but also, like, compared to people even my age who've been into it like more than half their life, I was very late to that, and the first, my first love for actual extreme metal, not that faggot deathcore shit. Keep in mind, I grew up in the Midwest to some extent, and like, that was popular, and like, I didn't know better. But besides the point, I grew up a little on deathcore, but once I heard Morbid Angel and Dying Fetus Purification Through Violence, once I heard those 2 death metal records, that's where it all changed. Because when I listened to that deathcore shit, like, I liked it, like when I was, middle school, 12, 13 years old, I liked it, but I didn't like it like that, you know what I'm saying? So when I heard Morbid Angels, Altars of Madness, that just struck a light bulb in me. I'm like, this is the type of music I like, even, this is the type of music I want to listen to. Heard Dying Fetus, and I checked out all the classic stuff. Deicide got really popular for me. Like, I was blasting Legion like multiple times a day for like, all year for 1 year. And this is before I got into black metal, but yeah, just a lot of fucking, I was into death metal long before black metal, maybe not too long, but, a fair amount before black metal. And I got into black metal in 2020. It's probably like the most poser time to get into it, honestly, because that's when vinyl inflation came up. Everyone started collecting vinyl, getting into black metal. But, I had a friend who, I was just starting to listen to it, and I had a friend who pushed me to get into it more. I liked it a little. This was like 2020, and then like, they got me to like it a lot more. But I guess it was meant to be. Anyhow, appreciate you guys watching my video. Those were like 3 Slavic Balkan bands. I've heard people say Aryan Art's a type of Slavic. I don't fucking know. I'm not educated in that, but maybe they're Balkan. I don't really care. But all Eastern Europe. Thought I'd do a little video on Eastern Europe black metal records, because that scene is just thriving. That scene has a lot of good music. You always see Norway, Finland, Swedish overpower the rest of Europe, but there's bands in all parts of Europe that are better than most Norwegian bands and such. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching, and until the next video.